this might be the end for Eddie Hall, cause Coach Greg just went ballistic on the world's strongest man.
I'm certain that you're not natural, and if you aren't, prove it.
After Eddie announced that he dropped from 27% body fat all the way down to 22%, Coach Greg noticed that things weren't adding up. But the not natty accusation isn't even the worst part about this entire beef, because Greg went ahead and straight up called Eddie Hall fat.
He also doesn't want to hear that he perhaps is obese or morbidly obese.
Now, of course, Eddie's not someone who's going to sit and take jabs like that, which is why he responded and set the record straight about how fit he really is.
I can cycle, I can fight, I'm fit. Well, I know I am fitter than 99% of the population. I know that for a fact.
The craziest part is that according to Eddie, Coach Greg doesn't even have his numbers right. From lying about how much body fat Eddie had, to lying about how many pounds he lost during his transformation. Eddie's stat checking Coach Greg like crazy, cause he's pissed off.
He just makes shit up to suit his own narrative, to dramatize video.
But let's be real, calling Eddie fat is a bit of a stretch, especially since he's been looking leaner recently. Not to mention the fact he's just built like a tank, given the fact that he's been powerlifting for most of his life. However, that doesn't mean Eddie's out of the clear. You see, because even though he clapped back at Coach Greg and brought up his shady past selling counterfeit steroids, it's just not enough to prove to people that he's a natty, since Eddie hasn't directly answered the question yet.
And so when I say it's from taking steroids, he doesn't say, no, I wasn't. He doesn't say Coach Greg is wrong.
You see, Eddie's been on this insane carnivore diet for months, and according to him, that's the whole reason he's been able to have an impressive transformation and get stronger. But let's be real, that's not reason enough for someone his age to suddenly get stronger and fitter, which is all the more reason Coach Greg thinks Eddie's completely lying about his natty status.
It looks like he's pushing a diet as the reason for his success. Is that not a snake oil salesman?
You see, according to him, Eddie can end the entire debate and the whole feud right now if he just posts his blood work and shows fans that he is in fact telling the truth. Because let's be real, even if our boy was juiced up, it wouldn't take away from the fact that he's one of the strongest men ever and has done some pretty insane stuff in his career. But to be fair, maybe Eddie just doesn't want to play Coach Greg's game and give him even more clout and attention after Greg called him obese. So what do you think? Is Eddie Hall hiding something from us when it comes to his real fitness plans? Or is Coach Greg just wrong about this?